I'm Ros Gervais. I'm a business coach for new and rising artists. I help my clients to develop the confidence to show up as an artist, sell their work, and master their marketing so they can build a fulfilling art business and get paid to do what they love, even if they are self-taught and have no idea how to market themselves. Now, on to today's topic. It's going to start with story time. I like a bit of story time. Now, way back when I came back to art as an adult, I began with an in-person community art course. Did any of you do that? Let me know in the chats. Have you participated before, or are you currently participating in an in-person community style art course or program of some sort? I'd love to know, so drop your comments in there. So that's how I started as an adult, coming back to art when my kiddos were little, needed some time for myself. And so I signed up for this local course. And my teacher was bleeping amazing. So amazing. I respect her so much. So a big shout out to her, by the way. So if you want to go and give her a bit of a stalk, her name is Abby Chambers, Abby Chambers. She is awesome. I really loved her classes, how she ran them. And I really think she's actually had a really big influence on how I teach and how I coach today, because she was all about the artist's voice and she gave everybody room to be themselves. I only did one term there with her and she just blew my mind. She's just so gorgeous. And the values that I could sense in her teaching was just absolutely amazing. So for her, there was no one way to do a task or make art. She allowed the artists to choose. But this is a little while ago. So when my kiddos were little, I then had to deal with a bit of a daycare change. And the only way I could keep on coming to this particular class and this community group was if my daughter could come along, and that wasn't permitted. Okay, so I'm sure you're familiar with that. Having kiddos, you just can't access. There's other reasons as well. Maybe you're in a carer role, for example, or you have chronic health conditions. But there's limitations, right, that stop us from accessing the things we want to access. And so this was no longer an option for me. I couldn't continue in the course, which was really sad, and not Abby's fault whatsoever. It was a policy of the community centre. So I had to pack up all of my art things and I had to bring them all home, and I set up my art space at home at that point. And obviously it was the start of something a lot bigger, right? I didn't know that at the time, but that shift home was not the end of the world. It was just part of my journey, and it was shifting me to the next level. Now, because of those practicalities of mum life for me at the time, I actually don't have a whole lot of support from my family in regards to the kids. So my husband and I do pretty much absolutely everything. And I looked to the internet instead for ways to further my training around art making and around art business as well. So let me know, does this relate to you? Can you see this in your own experience as well, this need to move online and to explore things online instead? Because maybe where you live, maybe you're in a rural or remote location, maybe you are housebound because you're in a carer's role, maybe there's other things. Let me know in the chat. Even if you're catching this as the replay, I would love to know. Let me know if this relates to you as well. So I share this because, well, there's a few reasons I'm sharing this, but I've been there, yeah, and I'm an open book as well. So I've been there. I know how tricky it can be. So anyway, I started to look into the online space to further my learning, and I believe I bought maybe about, I think I looked at the numbers the other day. I think it was about maybe 5 million courses. Do you think that's technically correct? Technically correct. 5 million courses that I have bought over the years, both in art making and also in business, not necessarily specifically art business, some just in small business sort of things. So in art making and then in business. Some of those I have watched and implemented, like actually watched the tutorials and done the tasks. Some of them I've just watched and then time just ran away and I've totally forgotten about the implementation side of things. And then I'm pretty sure most of them are just sitting there somewhere in the ether, Gathering e-dust, and I have not watched them, I've not actioned them, and I've totally actually forgotten about them, and I don't even know what my login is. Okay, let me know. Is that you? This is the downside to the online space. So we've got Raven saying, absolutely, especially as I am on my own with my daughter. I'm limited as her needs are the priority. Of course, and means I often can't participate in night classes, for example, or be able to work around school hours. 100%. So I have the school hours factor here as well. And it's part of why I moved into art business as well, or business, I suppose it's just the business piece, because I can, or self-employment, because I can build in that flexibility. And I do, like my calendar is blocked out at the end of the day because I have to go and pick up my kids, and at the start of the day as well. So, you know, there's things we need to do to make room for all the other responsibilities in life. You know, yes, art business is amazing, and yes, that's something that lights us up, but there are other factors at play, right? We all have our other factors, whatever they are. Yes, so I've got all of these courses that I'm sure you're relating. I hope you're relating, and a whole bunch of them just collecting e-dust, doing nothing much, forgotten the login, okay? And so whilst I love the accessibility that online learning offers, it does definitely have its limitations, okay? Now, that's why I do things differently across the board in terms of my particular business and my services. That's why, for example, my instant access art classes are paired with this permission to paint community, so that you can access community and support while you're participating in those classes. That's why Art for the Heart is all about community and accountability and ongoing support. So when you join Art for the Heart, I commit actually to you, to guide you and to support you and to help you on your journey. I don't take that lightly whatsoever. So Art for the Heart is not about selling you a course and then that's it, thank you, see you later. It is not at all like that. And that's because of my experience with courses. I don't want to contribute to the problem, so I want to do things differently, and that's why I do. So the thing is, you don't need another course, okay? You don't need another course. That's not the solution. Instead, what you need is a guide and someone who has been where you are, someone who can not only cheer you on, and yes, I like to think of myself as a good cheerleader, but also someone who can show you how you can build that art business that you desire. One that is profitable and also fulfilling and aligned with your values, yes, because we're not interested in building art businesses that maybe bring in the income but don't fill your cup or light you up. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to help anybody with that, actually. So if you are looking for building that art business that is in that fulfilling space and that is aligned with your values, then we will likely work really well together. Now, hard work is not the answer, as I alluded to earlier, because if you are working on the wrong things, it's not going to get you where you want to be, okay? So you need to be able to have a guide and also a plan, because that plan is what's going to help you to work hard. If you're a hard worker, it's going to help you to work hard on the right things that are actually going to make the difference, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of pointers in a sec, so if you have a pen and paper, feel free to take some notes on the next steps. So I'm going to share with you the foundation of the Fulfilled Artist method, which is the backbone of Art for the Heart, so that you can implement some of these steps today, or you can go one step further and join Art for the Heart. The choice is yours. So I've got 5 steps for you. Pen and paper out. Let me know. Okay, so I'm going to start with our 5 pointers. Now, this is all related to the Fulfilled Artist method, as I said before, which is the backbone of Art for the Heart. So the first step is called nurture. So nurture, this step is all about nurturing your inner artist. So doing things like making sure you have an art space of some sort available to you. Now, if you are a living room artist, if you are a kitchen bench artist, that's 100% fine. That's how all of us start, actually, I dare say. So any sort of a little space you can carve out for your art practice, that's something to prioritize in this step. Also your art routine, so developing a roster basically for yourself, a roster routine schedule for yourself across the week, so you know when you are going to be making your art. And then also getting a little bit of a sense of your style, and I recommend in the early stages, one really good way to solidify that style or to clarify that style is to work in collections. So that's step number one. Step number two is called reveal. And this is about revealing your identity to others. So starting to be a little bit more visible, however you choose to do that. So it could be social media, it could be in person, telling people that you're an artist, for example. This stage also has you doing the business basics, getting yourself set up and ready to make sales. And also starting to understand who your dream art buyer is as well. So that's step number two. We're doing 5 steps. So step number 3 is around growth and growing your art business. This is where you start to enhance your marketing. So you start to sort of mature your techniques from simply being visible to posting once or twice a week on socials, or whatever it is that's consistent and achievable and realistic for you. This is also where you will clarify your products, including original artworks that you offer, and your pricing schedules. So you're not just guessing your pricing, you've got a system in place, and it's all ready and easy for you to access, so that you know how much all of your artworks are worth, and you can tell other people that with confidence because you have a system. Then we have number 4, which is around mastering your art business. And this is where we're starting to mature again. So we're doing things like developing money management systems, mindset around just regular mindset for personal growth, but also money mindset. And this is where we start to make those tweaks and changes and improvements in our art business. And then the very last stage is the scale stage. This is where we start to look at things like systemizing, streamlining, maybe delegating and building a team, maybe running some ads to increase our traffic on our websites, and to bring in those sales. So hopefully you could take some pointers from this as to your next steps and what you can do next in your art business to move it along in the direction that you want it to go. So the Fulfilled Artist Method is actually not complex. As you can see, it's not complex. What it is instead is it is sequential, and it takes you from being a Sunday artist to being the art boss. But the best bit, if you've ever heard me talking about this before, is that it's not a cookie cutter program. I really refuse to do that, because I don't think any of us fit into any particular mold, right? We're all trying to build something that is entirely unique, just as unique as we are. So that's why when you join Art for the Heart, you actually get a welcome one-on-one session with me. And we get to go through your goals for your art business, and together we make a plan for where you are best to start first up inside Art for the Heart. And I help you to know exactly where to start, and then you go from there, and you get ongoing support from me and the rest of the community inside the Art for the Heart Facebook group, on our Thursday co-creating sessions, during our monthly workshops. I'm there, like I'm in that community supporting you, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you today about the program. So now, if you are ready to take your art dreams seriously, come and join me and 100 other artists inside Art for the Heart. There is amazing support in there from fellow community members, as well as myself, plus art business guidance from me, who has been where you are, gets the struggles, the challenges as well, and I am driven to see you achieve. So Art for the Heart is ready. The doors are wide open. Now, we have had over 15 new members join over the last week. This is just because it's the tail end of the Artist Evolution Challenge. So that is why we've had a big sort of incoming incoming members. But there is space for you too as well, because prices are rising tonight at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And it's a big price rise. It's actually pretty chunky. We are doubling the prices. So today is literally your last day to come and join us at this current price, and you get that price as lifetime pricing. So if you are even considering joining, do come on in and come and have a look at what's inside. You get a 7-day free trial. That means when you do register and enroll, you actually don't get charged for 7 days. So you can come and have a snoop around. And if you choose not to continue, you can let me know. That's actually never ever happened, but you can still let me know, and I will stop that so that that first charge doesn't go through, okay? So there's actually no risk in coming on in and having a look to see if it is what I say it is. So I will pop the link up above for you to go and click on over and get that really, really low price and secure that today. So I do actually have another little invitation, which is a brand new idea. It's actually one of our beautiful members of Art for the Heart has offered, if any of you are interested in Art for the Heart and you would like to talk to a member about what's inside the membership and how it may or may not be able to support you, she has actually said to me she's happy to talk to you guys. So if you would like to talk to a member on the phone and chat about the membership and whether it's a good fit, you are super welcome to do that. So just drop a little comment below. Just type in, what should we type in? Just type in chat, perhaps. Just type in chat, and then I will hook you up so you can actually talk to this member and discuss what is inside the membership. I'm a total open book, and she will be as well. Okay, so we do have some amazing events coming up inside Art for the Heart. We have a photography workshop, which is all about learning how to photograph your work for socials and also for your website. That is with a guest expert product photographer she's amazing, that's Vivi Rocco. And then we also have a restyle workshop coming up where I will be demonstrating how I'm currently evolving my style and listening to my calling to develop my art practice further. So I'll be showing you how I'm doing that so that perhaps you can apply that to your own practice. And then we also have a guest masterclass with expert Isabel Chen coming up, and she will be talking about how to drive traffic to your website using Pinterest. She is an absolute gun. I have paid her for her services before, and she got me such amazing results in just 3 months. Like, honestly, amazing. So that is something that you're not going to want to miss. When you join Art for the Heart, you also get all the replays of all of the previous masterclasses. There is just so much amazing content in there for you to pick and choose from as is relevant to your art practice at that point in time. So I will pop that link up above for you to click on over. It's only $65 a month, or $650 for the full year, which essentially is 2 months free. So if you want the best value option, it is the annual plan. 7-day free trial, all of that jazz. This is my very last live to let you know that this is the last day to get this low pricing. So if you're even thinking about it, do hop on over, get the 7-day free trial, and I will see you in the community. All right, lots of love from me to you. Beck says, love the live workshops. Oh, thanks, Beck. Put a lot of love and energy into it. And actually coming up, I want to squeeze another one into this plan as well, is going to be around how to run art workshops, because I've had a lot of interest in this and I have been wanting to create something on this for a little while now. So let's just make that happen within the next month. We'll do a workshop on workshops. How's that sound? A workshop on workshops? Let's do it. All right. Lots of love, guys. And looking forward to seeing you inside Art for the Heart if the timing is right for you. All right. Lots of love. Bye.